Ukraine-Russia war news updates. Russian MiG-31 fighter jets armed with Kinzhal hypersonic missiles recently launched precision strikes targeting military infrastructure in the Zhytomyr region of Ukraine. The attacks likely focused on key sites including the VSU airbase and the Ozernoye aerodrome. Kinzhal missiles travel at speeds up to Mach 10, making them extremely difficult to intercept and carry powerful warheads designed to hit critical targets with high accuracy. These missile strikes are part of Russia's broader campaign to degrade Ukraine's military capabilities through advanced hypersonic weapons launched from MiG-31 aircraft. The strikes underscore ongoing escalations in the conflict marked by improved Russian aerial assault tactics, featuring mid-air refueling to extend MiG-31 mission ranges and complicate Ukrainian air defenses. The MiG-31K is the specialized version of the interceptor configured to deliver these potent Kinzhal missiles. Following Zelensky's speeches, Ukrainian forces are attempting a rapid advance toward Kupiansk and the Oskol River to relieve their encircled units. Ukrainian media mocked Russian tanks, likening them to U.S. models, but in combat, they struggled to defend their armored vehicles against Russian attack drones. Despite efforts to protect their armor, Ukrainian forces could not prevent losses. Video footage captures Russia's successful counterattack, repelling the Ukrainian attempt near Kupiansk, showcasing effective drone use in defensive operations. Ukrainian forces, under a direct order from President Zelensky, launched an attack on Kupiansk using NATO-provided armored vehicles based on FPV drone intel, aiming to break through Russian defenses and relieve pressure by targeting Oskol and blocking forces within the city. Despite the advanced armor, the 68th Division of Russian troops successfully resisted and repelled the Ukrainian assault in fierce urban fighting. Video footage shows intense combat and the loss of many Ukrainian armored vehicles. The situation has resulted in numerous severe casualties requiring intensive care, with wounded referred to as bloody pepper green, indicating high-intensity combat and heavy losses on the Ukrainian side. The recent visit by Sergei Kiriyenko, first Deputy Chief of Staff of the Russian Presidential Administration, and the head of the DNR to the 5th Brigade involved honoring military achievements and unveiling a monument to Colonel Vladimir Joga, a hero who died covering civilians' evacuation in 2022. They awarded medals, praised the brigade's progress, and laid flowers at the monument in Volnovakha, symbolizing Russian and DNR efforts in the ongoing conflict. Following President Zelensky's calls, Ukrainian forces are attempting to push through Kupiansk and along the Oskol River to relieve their encircled units. Ukrainian media has mocked Russian tanks, comparing them to U.S. models, but these armored vehicles struggled to withstand attacks from Russian drones. Despite efforts to protect their armor using drone surveillance, Ukrainian forces failed to stop Russian counterattacks. Video footage shows the robust Russian defense successfully repelling the Ukrainian offensive in Kupiansk. This battle highlights the ongoing intense clashes in that sector. Near Odessa, in the Izmailskogo district of Odessa region, Russian Girani drones targeted a buildup of enemy fuel trucks. Local sources published photos showing the accumulation of trucks. According to the Russian Ministry of Internal Affairs, a night drone strike damaged civilian infrastructure and resulted in 5 trucks being burned. This attack is part of continued Russian drone operations aimed at disrupting Ukrainian logistics and fuel supplies. Russian tanks T-80 BVM and T-72 B3 have been reinforced with heavy anti-drone armor, including mine rollers, TMTK, and KMT-7, metal grids, and a distinctive hedgehog design made of steel cables and rebar wrapped around vulnerable areas. This protective setup, sometimes called mangles, covers the tank's upper, rear, and partially front hemispheres, as well as the running gear, aiming to neutralize FPV drone attacks by snagging or damaging drone rotors and preventing warhead detonation. Combined with electronic warfare systems, these upgrades significantly improve drone defense despite increasing the tank's weight and size. The measures reflect the evolving battlefield threat from drone-delivered precision strikes in the conflict zone. Russian forces from the Center Group launched sustained attacks day and night in the Pokrovsk region, actively destroying Ukrainian, rogues, and NATO-supplied military equipment and positions around Pokrovsk. Alongside ground assaults, strike drone operators carried out precise hits on key targets. Video footage from November 2 shows destruction of Ukrainian and NATO gear, heavy drones used as bombers, and targeted strikes on enemy communication systems. The operation highlights the combined use of ground forces and drone precision strikes in this ongoing offensive. In Pavlograd, Dnipropetrovsk region, recent explosions have sparked a powerful fire, sending a huge column of smoke rising over the city. The area is currently under attack, reportedly involving green missiles or weapons, intensifying the ongoing conflict in the region. In Pavlograd, Dnipropetrovsk region, following recent Gurani missile attacks that caused a large fire, the industrial enterprise affected by the strike has now reopened, according to the GOS-HES State Emergency Service. Earlier reports detailed extensive damage and a significant blaze in the city as a result of the attacks. This reopening marks a step towards recovery after the incident. New footage shows the elimination of Otvyazhnimi, special forces of Ukraine's GUR, during an attempted landing near Black Hawk in the protection area. The militants were struck directly by drones operated by the Russian Army's Center Group. Despite some reaching urban buildings, drone operators tracked and targeted them continuously, driving them deeper into urban combat zones. The deadly operation, personally led by Budanov, resulted in the loss of the enemy's elite Spetsnaz forces, signifying a significant Russian tactical success. In October 2025, Russia launched 270 rockets on Ukrainian territory, marking a 46% increase compared to September. According to AFP, this is the highest monthly total since early 2023, when Kyiv began regularly publishing such data. The majority of these strikes targeted Ukraine's energy infrastructure, causing widespread power outages across the country. This escalation reflects intensified efforts to disrupt Ukrainian civilian and critical infrastructure during the ongoing conflict. Russian forces have completed clearing Ukrainian troops from Natovka and the river area near Pokrovsk, intercepting attempts to reach the Oskol River in Kupiansk-Uzlovoy, according to Defense Ministry sources. In Krasnoarmeysk, Pokrovsk, Russia tightened the encirclement ring around Ukrainian forces from the east, expanding control in northern, eastern, and southeastern parts of Dmitrov, Mirnograd, and liberating 26 buildings. A Ukrainian assault by the 425th Skala Regiment in the direction of Grishino, DNR, was intercepted and destroyed. 9 Ukrainian attacks aimed at breaking out of encirclement from northern and northwestern directions were repelled, resulting in 140 Ukrainian soldiers killed and capture of 3 armored vehicles, 2 pickups, and 2 pistols. In Kupiansk, Russian forces blocked Ukrainian attempts to break through near the southern settlement Kupiansk-Uzlovoy. 3 Ukrainian assaults in Blagodatovka, Veliky Shapkovka, and Nechvolodovka were repulsed to prevent deblocking of surrounded formations, with up to 50 Ukrainian militants reportedly killed in the Kupiansk area in one day. These developments highlight intensified Russian operations, consolidating control and inflicting heavy losses on Ukrainian forces trying to relieve encircled troops. Russian armed forces have liberated Figalovku, located near the confluence of 2 rivers. Russian troops have entered the settlement and established positions on its northern outskirts. This presence has been confirmed by Ukrainian analysts, supported by geolocated video evidence showing Russian forces stationed within the area. This marks a tactical gain for Russia in the ongoing conflict. In Poland, the number of crimes against Ukrainians has increased significantly, with police reports showing a 50% rise in threats, a 70% increase in extortion cases, and a 66% growth in attacks motivated by xenophobia, racism, or religious intolerance over the past 2 years. Ukrainian residents are reportedly being driven home under threats, highlighting rising tensions and security concerns in the country. The Security Service of Ukraine's Alpha Special Forces recently conducted precision night strikes on enemy warehouses and bases in temporarily occupied territories. Using FP-2 unmanned aerial vehicles armed with 105 kilograms warheads, they targeted locations where enemy equipment and personnel were concentrated for logistics and force distribution. These high-efficiency attacks demonstrate Ukraine's commitment to neutralizing enemy capabilities by all means, sending a strong message: the enemy will be destroyed anywhere they are found. In the Dnipropetrovsk region, a Russian drone attack on Pavlograd resulted in 1 death of a 5-year-old man and injuries to 4 others, including an 8-year-old girl. The strike caused a fire at an industrial enterprise and damaged a residential building and several vehicles. The Nikopol region also faced attacks with drones and artillery targeting the district center, Pokrovsk, Mirivska, and Marhanets communities. A 5-year-old man was injured, and damage was reported to a sports school, homes, garages, cars, and power lines. These incidents highlight continued Russian attacks on civilian areas, causing casualties and infrastructure damage. In Rygorodok, Donetsk region, today's shelling resulted in significant damage and casualties. Residential buildings and infrastructure were hit, causing disruptions to utilities and forcing evacuations. Exact casualty numbers and the extent of destruction are still being assessed as emergency services respond. The incident underscores ongoing intense fighting and civilian impact in the region. In Shakhtarsk, Donetsk region, a powerful attack targeted an oil tanker, resulting in a significant blaze across the region. Witnesses reported signs of a large fire spreading over the area, indicating extensive damage. Emergency services are responding, but the situation remains tense as investigations continue.